Carl Jung, together with Sigmund Freud and Alfred Adler, ranks among the trio of intellectual giants who birthed psychoanalysis, a groundbreaking set of psychological theories and therapeutic practices aimed at excavating repressed emotions and experiences, lifting the veil between the unconscious and conscious mind. Born in 1875 in the quiet hills of Switzerland and departing this world in 1961, Jung's life was a tapestry woven with threads of brilliance across psychiatry, anthropology, archaeology, literature, philosophy, psychology, and religious studies. His work resonates as a beacon for men seeking to navigate the labyrinth of modern existence with purpose and authenticity. Jung's early career unfolded under Freud's wing, where he absorbed the elder psychoanalyst's obsession with the past, childhood traumas, and buried memories as the archetypes of personality. But their partnership fractured, a rift that cut Jung deeply and set him on a solitary quest. From this pain emerged analytical psychology, a system that broke free from Freud's backward gaze. While psychoanalysis roots itself in history, Jung's approach dances in the present, drawing on the timeless currents of mythology, folklore, and cultural archetypes to illuminate the human psyche. For men often trapped in rigid roles, this shift offers a fresh lens to explore who they are now, not just who they were shaped to be. At the core of Jung's vision lies individuation, the arduous, lifelong journey of discovering and integrating the true self, a process he deemed critical for personal growth, especially for men wrestling with societal expectations of strength and stoicism. Though Jung never penned a formal philosophical treatise, his ideas, collectively known as Jungian philosophy, ripple through the humanities and social sciences, offering tools to decode life's deeper meanings. Much of his writings surfaced after his death, and some manuscripts remain locked away, unpublished even today. His landmark works, Psychology of the Unconscious, Man and His Symbols, The Archetypes and the Collective Unconscious, Modern Man in Search of a Soul, The Psychology of the Transference, Memories, Dreams, Thoughts, and the Relations Between the Ego and the Unconscious, stand as testaments to his genius. Beyond the page, Jung was a man of action, an artist who painted vivid canvases, a craftsman who carved stone, and a builder who shaped physical spaces. His legacy is a gold one for men, and here we unearth 9 lessons, crafted with a male perspective, to guide you toward a richer, truer life. 1. Look inside yourself. First, Jung proclaimed, "Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakens." Freud built his empire on the empirical, dissecting the past with a scientist's scalpel, while Jung ventured into the mystical, marrying philosophy and spirituality to his clinical eye, though he fiercely defended his scientific credentials. For men, this lesson strikes at a cultural fault line. Society drills into boys early. Your worth lies outside, in the trophies you hoist, the money you stack, the respect you command. The persona, that polished mask of toughness, competence, or charm, becomes a man's armor, worn to shield the world from his doubts, fears, or softer edges. Jung calls bullshit on this. Real awakening, he insists, starts when a man turns his gaze inward, stripping away the facade to face the raw, unfiltered self. Men often live on autopilot, chasing external benchmarks, how they're rated at work, how they stack up at the bar, how their dad or buddies see them. A guy might grind 60-hour weeks, sculpt his biceps, or buy the truck, yet still feel a gnawing void. Is this it? Jung says it's because he's dreaming someone else's dream, his boss's, his old man's, society's. Looking inside flips the script. It's about excavating your personal myth, your unique story, values, and drives, freeing you from the herd's pull. A welder might realize he's meant to write songs, not just fix pipes. A salesman might see he's chasing his father's approval, not his own joy. How to apply it? This isn't a quick fix, it's a slow, deliberate dig. Carve out 30 minutes daily, no excuses, ditch the phone, kill the TV. Sit with yourself, maybe in a dim room or on a porch at dusk. Ask hard questions. What fires me up that I've ignored? What scares me that I won't admit? Grab a cheap notebook and scribble. List your skills: fixing engines, cracking jokes, your buried wants, traveling solo, learning guitar, even your shames, yelling at the kid, dodging that call. Don't judge it, just let it spill. Try meditating. 10 minutes, eyes shut, breathing deep. Thoughts will swarm, but patterns will creep out. Maybe you see you're a protector who's tired of fighting, or a dreamer stuck in a cubicle. Do this for a month and a map forms, not society's, yours. A man awake doesn't drift, he steers. 2. Integrate your contraries. Jung wrote, "Wholeness is not achieved by cutting off a portion of one's being, but by integration of the contraries." Enter the anima, Jung's name for the feminine shadow in every man's psyche. Boys are raised on a diet of man up. Be tough, logical, unbreakable. The world cheers the lone wolf, the stone-faced provider, while traits like empathy, intuition, or emotional depth, hallmarks of the anima, get sneered at as weak. Jung says this split screws men up. Burying the anima doesn't kill it. It festers, leaking out as temper tantrums, coldness with women, or a nagging sense he's half alive. Gender's a broader spectrum now than in Jung's day, but his point endures. A man's whole when he owns both poles, yang and yin, steel and silk. Picture a guy who mocks chick flicks but snaps at his wife for no reason. His anima's screaming, unheard. Or a dad who can't hug his son because real men don't. Integration isn't about ditching masculinity, it's about rounding it out. A soldier can write poetry, a biker can cry at a dog's grave. When a man weds his grit to his grace, he's not just fuller, he's magnetic. Women sense it, kids trust it, friends lean on it. Wholeness isn't compromise, it's power. How to apply it? Start watching yourself like a hawk. Next time you're with a woman, girlfriend, mom, coworker, clock your moves. Are you bulldozing with logic, cutting off her feelings? Pause, breathe, listen. Don't fix, just hear. At home, test the waters. Cook a stew not to show off but to savor the simmer, or tell a buddy about a rough day. No bravado. Keep a log. Today I asked her how she felt. Awkward, but she smiled. Or shared a doubt with Mike, didn't die. Push it, take a dance class, feel the fool, laugh it off. Track how you treat the soft in you. Do you cringe or nod? Months in, the war inside quiets. A man who owns his anima doesn't just stand tall, he bends without breaking. 3. Analyze your dreams. Jung insisted, the dream shows the inner truth and reality of the patient as it really is. Not as I conjecture it to be, and not as he would like it to be, but as it is. Men often shrug off dreams, random brain static, not worth a second thought. Jung saw them as gold, unfiltered memos from the unconscious, spilling truths daylight hides. For a man, they're a backstage pass to what's brewing. Fear of getting canned in a collapsing factory dream, or a craving for escape in a vision of racing a motorcycle across a desert. Dreams don't play nice. They're messy, symbolic, primal, instincts in costume. A guy who skips them misses a shot at knowing why he's restless, short-fused, or stuck. Jung leaned on dreams in therapy, stunned by their revelations. A man can too. No couch required. Say you dream of drowning in a storm. Could be your gut yelling about a sinking job or a buddy's betrayal. Or you're flying untethered. Maybe you're itching to ditch the 9 to 5. They're not puzzles to solve fast. They're maps to wrestle, and the fight's worth it. How to apply it? Gear up. Stash a pen and pad by your pillow. Old school, no phone notes. Wake up, brain foggy, and dump it all. Ran from a bear, tripped, woke up panting. Don't edit, catch the weird. Later, grab coffee, find a quiet corner, reread. Underline the loud stuff. Bear, fall, and free associate. Bear's my boss? Fall's failing that deal? Link it to now. Boss chewed me out yesterday, felt hunted. Write a take. I'm dodging confrontation, scared I'll lose. Start basic. Dreams get chatty with time. Try a week straight. Spot repeats. Water fights. A man who cracks his dreams doesn't just sleep. He minds his own head. 4. Learn to face reality. Jung warned, what you resist persists. Men are bred to battle, punch through walls, shrug off pain, win at all costs. Jung calls this a trap. Resisting reality doesn't crush it, it fattens it. A man dodging a shaky marriage, she's just moody, a dead-end gig, it pays, or his own gut rot, I'm fine, isn't dodging, he's dragging a corpse. Denial, aggression, avoidance, their resistance is faces, and they backfire. Happiness, Jung bets, isn't outrunning the dark, it's turning to face it, fists up. Resistance is sneaky. A guy's late on rent, blames his cheap boss, not his overtime slump. Or he's drinking too much, says it's just beer, not I'm numbing something. Jung's seen it. The longer you duck, the uglier it grows. Picture a man whose kid's grades tank. He yells at the teacher, not himself for missing the signs. Reality's the ring, step in or get knocked out. How to apply it? Face the beast, slow and steady. Lock yourself in a room, no distractions, and name it. I'm broke and it's on me. Write the stakes. Lose the place, wife's pissed, I'm ashamed. Then map it. Why's it bad? Overspent. What's next? Cut bar tabs. Talk to the landlord. Act. Call a debt guy. Tell your brother you're strapped. Swallow the pride. Log it. Day 1, admitted I'm screwed. Sucks, but lighter. Next, hit a big one. Confront the wife, the boss. Acceptance isn't folding, it's the first swing. A man who stares down reality doesn't just endure, he owns the fight. 5. Be aware of superstitions. Jung observed primitive superstition lies just below the surface of even the most tough-minded individuals. Even the grittiest men, Marines, truckers, surgeons, lug the collective unconscious, Jung's vault of humanity's shared wiring. It's stuffed with old-school baggage, fear of shadows, beasts, banishment. A man might scoff at black cats but jump at a midnight thud. Jung ties it to evolution. Ancestors who flinched at rustles survived. For men, acting like they're above it doesn't erase it. It blinds them to its grip. Take a guy who chokes asking for a raise. Logic says it's just a talk, but his gut screams, don't rock the tribe. Or one who avoids bridges. No reason, just dread. That's the collective unconscious whispering, danger, outcast, death. Jung says don't run, nod to it. A man who gets his instincts can steer them, not crash. How to apply it? Hunt your twitches. Hate tight spaces, it's not dumb, it's caveman claustrophobia. Log it. Elevator today, heart raced, no clue why. Connect it. Trapped like prey. Don't just shrug, act smart. Take stairs if it's bad, but push the button when it's not. Bigger, scared to quit a soul-suck job, it's primal, fear of no pack. Prep a net, save cash, scout gigs, then leap. Write the wins. Took the lift, survived. A man who reads his superstitions doesn't bow to them, he tames them. 6. Think, don't judge, Jung quipped. Thinking is difficult, that's why most people judge. Men can sling judgment like a reflex, calling a slow guy useless, a shy one gutless, to prop up their own perch. Jung tags it projection. What pisses you off out there mirrors what's broken in here. A man quick to jab might be ducking his own sloth or shame. Thinking, not snapping, takes guts, builds bridges, and sharpens self-sight. Stuff men aren't always coached to prize. Say your crew's lugging gear and one dude lags. Lazy prick, you growl. Feels good, does zip. Jung says rewind. Why's it burn you? Maybe you're stretched, scared you'll crack too. Thinking flips it. You ask, he spills. Wife's sick, I'm fried. Now it's not war, it's a fix. A man who pauses doesn't just save face, he grows roots. How to apply it? Trap your tongue. Next blow up, guy cuts you off driving, coworker botches a pitch, freeze. Breathe 10 seconds. Ask, what's he doing? Why's it hit me? Scribble it. Idiot swerved, hate chaos reminds me of dad's rants. Dig. Is it him or you? Then move. Wave it off or chat the coworker up. Rough day? Log it. Held back, asked, felt solid. Practice a month. Watch judgment shrink, insight swell. A man who thinks first doesn't just win, he learns. 7. Avoid excessive pride. Jung cautioned, through pride we are ever deceiving ourselves. But deep down below the surface of the average conscience, a still small voice says to us, something is out of tune. Pride's a man's fortress, chest out, flaws hid. Jung calls it a con, stunting the climb to better. A guy won't hit the gym, I'm ripped enough. Won't switch jobs, I'm too good. Won't say sorry, I'm right. Fear's the fuel. If he swings and misses, the alpha myth shatters. That small voice whispers something's off, but pride plugs his ears. Think of a man who won't golf with pals, too above looking green. Or one glued to a crap gig, too proud to restart at the bottom. Jung says shed it. Humility, owning you're not king yet, cracks open growth. The voice gets loud when you listen. How to apply it? Pick a bruise and press it. Suck at grilling? Buy coals, burn some steaks, eat the char. Can't draw? Grab pencils, sketch a dog, frame the mess. Log it. Day 1, meat was ash, laughed, tried again. Bigger, stuck in a rut job? Admit it, scour listings, take the pay cut. Write the sting, applied low tier, ego hurt but free. Pride's a cage, busting it builds muscle. A man who dares to flop doesn't just rise, he soars. 8. Be eager to grow older. Jung mused, life really does begin at 40. Up until then you are just doing research. Jung hit 40 and split from Freud, birthing analytical psychology amid chaos, lost allies, a mistress, a plush post. For men pre-40's a gauntlet. Prove you're hard, stack wins, bow to the crowd. Jobs, wives, kids, check the boxes. By 40, Jung says you've got scars, skills, a spine. Life's half gone. The hourglass glares. It's not fade out, it's kickoff. A man at 40's got chops, decades of grit, less itch to please. Jung rebooted at 40, you can too. Pre-40, you're a sponge. Suck up trades, mentors, wipeouts. Post-40, you're the pen, write your saga. Ditch the script, chase the itch. Age isn't a cage, it's a launch pad. How to apply it? Pre-40, hoard ammo. Learn carpentry, crash startups, eat dirt. Log it. Blew a pitch, nailed the next. At 40, light the fuse, quit the grind, brew beer, hike the Rockies. List your haul. 20 years welding, 10 raising kids. Then your hunger. Build a cabin, not a cubicle. Act, sell the suit, buy the tools. Write the shift. Day 1, no tie, alive. A man at 40 doesn't age, he ignites. 9. Tell your story. Jung believed the reason for evil in the world is that people are not able to tell their stories. Men hear it young, clam up, soldier on. Jung's individuation, fusing conscious and unconscious, says speak. Your story's not just the resume, bounced a job, fixed a bike, it's the underbelly. Dreams of sailing, guilt over a fist fight, hopes for a son's grin. Lock it in and it rots. Rage, gloom, evil seed. Let it out and you're whole. Your myth, your fuel. Jung watched patients bloom, spilling their guts. A man can too, no shrink needed. Tell the raw, the wild, the dumb, it's yours. A guy who hides his tail drifts. One who owns it stands firm. How to apply it? Pick your weapon. Pen, voice, barstool. Write the muck. Screamed at the wife, saw my dad in me. Record the odd. Dreamt I led wolves, felt king. Tell a pal. Flunked school, clawed back, still here. Do it weekly, dump the breakup, the win, the nightmare. Log it, wrote the crash, slept better. Bigger. Pen a letter to your kid, past, now, tomorrow. A man who tells his story doesn't just breathe, he carves his mark.